commercial banks were taking loans from central bank. Reverse repo is the rate at which central bank is taking loans from commercial banks, right? So this will be when the commercial banks, they are having surplus funds, they can park their surplus funds with central bank. This is a kind of investment by commercial banks, but this is the loan for central bank. So same way as reverse repo rate also works as bank rate and repo rate. In inflation, reverse repo rate should be increased, and in deflation, reverse repo rate should be decreased. Then we are having CRR. This means cash reserve ratio. Cash reserve ratio, it is mandatory for every commercial bank to keep some part of their total reserves with RBI. Every commercial bank needs to keep certain amount of their total deposits with RBI. The same is known as CRR. This means if any day, right, if one day, one central bank, the total deposits are 10,000. So out of this 10,000, CRR for example is 10%. This means the 10% of 10,000 is equal to 1,000. This means every day, if 10,000 rupees is coming to the bank every day bank will keep the reserve 1,000, and that reserve will be kept with RBI or with central bank. In inflation, the CRR should be increased. If CRR will be increased, this means the bank earlier from 10,000, they are keeping 1,000 as reserves. Now if there is inflation, the RBI or central bank will increase the cash reserve ratio. They will increase it to 20%, for example. So 20% means earlier they were keeping 1,000 as reserves with central bank. Now they will keep 2,000 as reserves with central bank. So what difference it will make? It will reduce the loanable capacity of the banks. If the banks now they are having less cash with themselves to give as loans, right? So people, they will be able to take less loans from the banks, and money supply will be controlled in the economy. Money supply will be controlled means demand will be controlled. Demand will be controlled means the prices will start coming down. Same way, CRR has to be reduced in case of deflation. So earlier it was 10%. If there is deflation, central bank will keep it to as 5%. So earlier they were keeping 1,000 as reserves. Now they have to keep only 500 as reserves. 500 as reserves means it will increase the loanable capacity of the banks, right? Loanable capacity will increase. The people, they will take more loans. It will create more money supply. Demand will increase, and prices will also start to increase. Then we are having SLR. SLR is statutory liquidity ratio. Statutory liquidity ratio means commercial banks, they have to keep certain percentage of their total deposits as reserves, but these reserves they will not keep with RBI. These reserves they will keep with themselves. So the percentage of deposits the bank they are required to keep with themselves as reserves is known as SLR. CRR is the percentage of the total deposits the banks they are required to keep with central bank. SLR is the percentage of total deposits the commercial banks are required to keep as reserves with themselves. So it will work same way as CRR. In inflation, SLR has to be increased, and in deflation, SLR has to be reduced. Then the last one is open market operations. Open market operation means when central bank buys and sells the securities of the government to the public. The buying and selling of the government securities to the public is known as open market operations. Now in case there is inflation, why there is inflation? Because the people they have more money with themselves, right? Then what central bank will do? Central bank will sell the securities of the government to the public. When central bank will sell the securities to the public, people they will buy government securities, and the money from the people that will go to the central bank. This will result that the people, they will be having less money supply in their hands. Hence, demand will decrease and inflation will be controlled. So if there is inflation, central bank should sell the securities to the public. What if there is deflation? Deflation means the demand for the commodities is less. That is why the prices of the commodities is decreasing, right? So prices of the commodities is decreasing. Government or the central bank needs to increase money with the people. Then what central bank will do? Certain bank will buy back the securities from the public, right? So when they will buy back the securities from public, they will give the money to the public and securities will go to central bank. This will increase money supply in the hands of people, and as a result what will happen? The demand for the commodities will also increase and it will cure the situation of deflation. Next we are having qualitative measures. Qualitative measures, the first one is margin requirement. Margin requirement is, for example, I want to take the loan of 10 lakh from the bank. Now in order to take the loan, I am keeping my house as mortgage or pledge, right? The value of my house is equal to 20 lakh. But bank will not give me the loan of 20 lakh. On this loan, on this amount of 20 lakh of property, bank will sanction the loan of only 12 lakh. So whatever is the value of the security I have kept as pledge with the bank, that is equal to 20 lakh, minus loan sanctioned by the bank is equal to 12 lakhs. What is the margin in between both? That is equal to 8 lakhs. That 8 lakh is the margin requirement. So margin requirement formula is equal to the value of the security mortgage minus the loan sanctioned by the bank. In inflation, margin requirement should be increased, right? And in deflation, the margin requirement has to be decreased. Credit rationing. Credit rationing means government will set up the limits, right, for the banks to give the loans. If there is inflation in the economy, government wants that the commercial banks, they should give less loans to the public, then this credit limits will be made strict. So government or the central bank will put the limits on the banks that only this much amount you can give in the form of loans, right? Unnecessary loans can be avoided by the banks. But if there is deflation, then the same limits can be made lenient, right? Now central bank can say commercial banks that you can give more and more loans to the categories you want to give. So credit rationing means the banks, they will be giving lenient orders that they can give more and more loans to many categories. Then we are having moral suasion. Moral suasion means this is a moral advice. Moral suasion means moral advice. Central bank time to time can give advice to commercial banks that if there is inflation in the economy, they can tell the commercial banks that kindly follow up the policies made by central bank, because inflation is worse for the economy and hence it can bring bad results. So that is why in moral suasion, central bank only advises commercial banks to follow the policies are made by central bank time to time. Direct control. If any commercial bank is not following the policies made by the central bank, then in direct action, central bank can put fines on commercial banks if they are not following the policies of central bank, or in another way, in severe cases, if commercial banks are not going with the pace of the policies of central bank, then their affiliation with central bank can also be cancelled, right? So that is all for today. You can go through the notes I have already sent you. Kindly write quantitative methods are these only. So if you have written quantitative and qualitative methods as mixed, so kindly before bank rate write quantitative, right? And if you have written margin requirement after that, here you put bracket and write qualitative instruments, because these are different and these are very much important also. The same question will be repeated in one more topic, right? If you have any doubts, you can text me or you can call me also.